breaking right now at 5. Live pictures from Squirrel Hill with smoke still in the air after a massive apartment building fire. This is what it looks like from overhead. Drone 11 gives us a good look at the destruction after the roof of the building collapsed. And the next step will be an emergency demolition requested by Pittsburgh's fire chief.
Those flames started this morning before 9 a.m. and the smoke could be seen for miles. And even now, all of these hours later, it is still a sight to see. Good evening and thanks for joining us. The headline tonight, though, no deaths, no significant injuries, and that really is a credit to the fire crews and the neighbors who really helped to get everyone out safely.
There is significant damage, though, and the impact on this neighborhood will last a long time. Our journalists continue to gather new information and reaction to the fire at the Jefferson Apartments in Squirrel Hill. We start our breaking Team 11 coverage with Channel 11's Addison Albert, who's been on the front lines of this firefight all day. Addison?
Yeah, and here about 8 hours later since we first got here this morning, smoke is again coming from this building. We can smell it and we can even feel it in our eyes at times. But now multiple fire crews have just arrived. It seems like they might be switching out to continue to fight those hot spots, as now about 30 people are without their home.
We are not under control. I usually wouldn't talk to the media unless it was under control, but we're going to be here for a minute.
They directed all the people to come over here to be safe. I looked up and I was like, oh my, just look at it. It's incredible.
Flames reignited all morning and afternoon as crews worked to put out the flames that began in the third floor around 8:30 this morning.
Thankfully, everyone has been safely evacuated from the building, approximately 30 people. There are no recorded injuries at this time and no injuries to firefighters or to any of the occupants of the building.
Channel 11 crews were here as the building's roof collapsed, and people looked on hoping their belongings and pets were okay. Fire crews had to fight the fire at a distance due to the building's structural damage, and the inside is made of wood, so it was burned quickly, and what's left has been absorbing water.
Because of the partial collapse, we have to consider that the whole building is suspect now. So I can't send my guys in, and all that water you see going in, that's weight. That's tons and tons of water, a live load that we put into this building that this building wasn't designed to hold. So we're going to be real careful here.
Yeah, everything. I had brought one bag with me. I don't even think I have my ID on me, actually. But I brought one bag. Some people brought their shoes and their socks. Some people were taken out by the firefighters.
And as they were working to put out that fire on the third floor, another fire ignited in the basement of this building. Coming up, I'll have the reason why they believe that fire started in the basement. Reporting in Squirrel Hill, I'm Addison Albert, Channel 11 News.
Listen, thank you. This apartment building has been around since the 1920s. The fire spread very quickly. This video from a viewer shows the flames coming up from the roof. Many residents who evacuated were taken up the street to the Sally and Howard Levin Clubhouse. And Channel 11's Amy Hudak has been live out there outside the apartment building and talking to people who lived in the building and what they lost. Amy?
Yeah, Gordon, there were dozens of people who were affected by this fire, and the clubhouse that's helping them is actually right across the street from where I am, which is literally right next door to this apartment building. And this is the most clear view we've had of this building so far today. A lot of that smoke is cleared, although some is still rising. The ladder trucks are no longer spraying water on the building, but you can see the roof is really just caved in and charred at this point. Now, the people who lived here were everything from college students to graduate students. Some were seniors, other were people with special needs. Some of them lost everything, and that includes their beloved pets. Elena Durgacheva says she woke up to a call from her friend.
They told me that the building is on fire, and my other friend's apartment is in this building in the basement.
That friend was hours away, out of town on business, and his cat, Gabriella, was inside his apartment. Durgacheva raced over to Forward Avenue.
I got here as soon as I can, just in 10 minutes, and I bring the cat carrier because his cat is in the apartment. He's still there, and we don't know what's going on with her.
Tonight, we've learned that cat carrier will sit empty. Gabriella, who came to the U.S. from Russia with her owner, did not survive.
It's his daughter. He's single, and he brought her overseas all the way from him. He took her everywhere, and it is his baby.
Now, the Sally and Howard Levine Clubhouse right around the corner is taking in at least 42 people, likely more, who need food, water, or emotional support, while long-term plans for where those folks will stay are in the works.
I have been coordinating directly with the Red Cross so that we have a plan for people to go somewhere tonight. Right now, that has not fully been established, but it is a work in progress.
Amy, good to see so much help out there, but it is hard to hear just how much those families have lost.
Yeah, Gordon, there is a lot of heartbreak out here. These families lost everything. This was their home. Now everything is gone. We do want to share, though, a joyful moment that came out of this. You know, a lot of people lost pets in this fire, but there was one man who was reunited with his cat. Our cameras were there after firefighters were able to rescue that cat. And you can see in the video, he has given that kitty lots of scratches and a lot of love. I'm sure that cat will certainly be spoiled tonight. Now, we are also learning that folks who right now are staying at the clubhouse, which again is right across the street from where I am, just down from the apartments, they're going to be moving in PRT buses over to the Greenfield Rec Center. That Greenfield Rec Center will provide them a place to stay overnight if they need that, or just a place to get something to eat or drink. Reporting live in Squirrel Hill, Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
All right, thanks, Amy. Our thoughts going out to those folks. It's going to be a long night for them, too. And that fire is not just upending the lives of the people in the Jefferson Apartments. There are also businesses and other homes all along those streets in Squirrel Hill. And this fire has disrupted traffic for folks who are trying to use the Squirrel Hill exit and entrance to the Parkway right as we are in the middle of rush hour right now. Channel 11's Lauren Talata is live. And Lauren, this fire is having a big ripple effect for that entire area.
It really is, Lisa. Earlier today, we knocked on the door of every single business here along Murray Avenue. All but one were closed as the result of this massive fire one street over. Now, Murray Avenue is still shut down as fire trucks are parked on the street and firefighters remain on the roof of a nearby building shooting water down to put out hot spots.
You can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it.
This time-lapse video shows some of the thick plumes of smoke that billowed through Squirrel Hill Tuesday as flames tore through a nearby apartment building on Forward Avenue.
My first concern is for the people who were affected by the fire.
Mindy McHale owns Stronger Now, a women's fitness studio along Murray Avenue. She had to hold her client's scheduled morning session virtually from home as the fire raged on.
It's a slow afternoon here, slow morning, slow afternoon, so luckily we didn't have any clients we had to reschedule.
Murray Avenue was shut down for much of Tuesday, and Duquesne Light temporarily shut off power in the area, leading most of the businesses to close their doors early.
Normally we park right there.
Vending machine owner Tom Ponsloff and one of his employees had to use a cart to bring items into the lobby of the nearby Morrowfield Apartments after having to park a few streets over.
I thought, I'm not leaving here. I came down here, so I've got to get to here somehow.
As for the rest of the day,
I've already let my clients know if they're concerned, if they have breathing issues or they have any concerns to cancel.
I'm wondering even how I'll get back onto the Parkway.
now it's unclear exactly when Murray Avenue will reopen. Live in Squirrel Hill, Lauren Talata, Channel 11 News.
All right, Lauren, thank you. The impact of this fire was visible throughout the whole city. One of our photographers could see it on Mount Washington, and you could even see the smoke coming up into the sky from our tower camera. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper has more on how the weather is impacting the situation out there. Stephen?
Yeah, Gordon, actually best case scenario in terms of the weather for a bad situation because the temperatures today have been on the lower comfortable side. Humidity levels have been low and we're still only in the 70s. So for firefighters and folks that have been evacuated, the temperature hasn't been much of an issue. And coincidentally, the winds have been fairly light today as well. Winds have now shifted in from the north, so we're seeing a light wind less than 10 miles per hour, and that's really been the trend through the day. Last hour, we did have some peak wind gusts at 18 miles per hour, but basically high pressure's been sitting around the area, and that generally gives us lighter winds and comfortable temperatures. I am keeping a close eye, though, on the possibility of an inversion overnight tonight. That could cause some localized issues, and I'll explain more about that coming up at 5:15.
All right, we will see you then. Thanks, Stephen. And as we have been talking about all day, this is a very busy part of Squirrel Hill. There's constant traffic and people walking by that apartment building every day. In fact, many of you stopped to take it all in. And we want to thank all of the viewers, all of you who have been sending in videos of the fire from a safe distance. It really does help us show the story, so thanks for that. Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca joins us live with reaction from some of those eyewitnesses. Gabriella.
Hey there, so we can still see this building smoldering. Take a look in the distance there. You can still see that there is smoke coming out of it. Some ladder trucks going down now. That's a good sign. But people all day long have come up to where we are up on the hill to take a look at what's left of the building. The smoke coming from the Jefferson Apartments on Forward Avenue was so high and intense that people could see it from all over the city. This viewer video shows flames shooting from the roof of the building.
I actually saw it coming over the bridge from Bloomfield, and then I saw the news alert. So I took my bike and rode down here because my kids go to school up the street and just want to make sure everything was okay.
When he got there, he saw firefighters up high on their ladder trucks using a downward attack. Perlow stayed for a bit longer to watch the firefighters battle the flames.
This is Pittsburgh's finest, and so making sure that they're keeping everything under control, the fact that they've kept it from spreading is pretty amazing.
Throughout the day, people came from all over the city to watch the firefight, including James Van Landingham, who grew up down the street.
And to see a building that's been there before I was even born being demolished due to a fire, it's just heartbreaking.
Some positive news here. We're showing you that ladder truck going down back onto the fire truck there. So hopefully this means that they are wrapping up some of their battle for the day. We will keep you posted on what exactly is going on out here throughout the evening. Reporting live, Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
All right, Gabriella, thank you. And one of the things that made this fire so hard to fight is just how fast it spread. Channel 11's Jatera McGee is live in the studio. And Jatera, as first responders got on the scene, it was evident that this was going to be an all-hands-on-deck situation.
Yeah, Gordon, and our crews at the scene have done such a good job showing how dramatic that scene was. That really played out for hours. Radio communication between fire crews and dispatchers gives some more perspective of how quickly this fire engulfed the building as firefighters then tried to stop it.
Fire responding to Forward Avenue at Murray Avenue, Forward Avenue at Murray Avenue.
Incredible video from the air captured by Drone 11 shows the big flames and thick smoke that could be seen around the city.
Callers reporting a red brick building with smoke coming from the building, and he can also hear alarms activated.
The fire at the Jefferson Apartments on Forward Avenue in Squirrel Hill sent big plumes of smoke pouring from the building for hours.
I found a fire in the ceiling. Is it third floor apartment 308? Freaking the entire roof starting to be involved.
A dramatic response from Pittsburgh Fire as firefighters called in backup.
We have another line coming up. You need another unit up here? Yes, we can definitely use another unit up here.
On-scene commanders quickly upgrading to a 2, 3, and then
first move, we're going to take it to a fourth alarm.
A 4-alarm fire within the first 20 minutes of it being dispatched. Firefighters successfully got people out of the building, but the fight to control the fire was a fierce battle throughout the day.
We have two separate buildings, 5680, 5660. Fire working in both.
And there are 3 parts of this building that are all connected. So there were several collapses that happened during the firefight. Concerns over the stability of this whole building led the fire chief to make that call to get the firefighters out and turn this into a defensive fight. Jatera McGee, Channel 11 News.
A huge response out there, Jatera. Thank you. And you can count on Channel 11 News to stay on top of any new information about the fire and the aftermath. Look for continuing coverage over the next 2 hours right here on Channel 11, on the WPXI News app, and streaming on WPXI.